Hi everyone, Dr. Luke Peterson here, physical therapist with a knee replacement therapist. Today on the Need to Know show, we're going to talk about ways to overcome obstacles that are impeding your ability to stick with and follow through with your exercise and physical activity program. So in yesterday's episode, we talked about what are some of the really common obstacles and common things that deter people and get people to fall off the tracks when it comes to sticking with a physical activity and exercise type of program. We talked about things like a lack of knowledge, lack of resources. We talked about misconceptions and some misunderstandings that are out there. And we talked about incorrect beliefs about ourselves, about knee replacement surgery, or about any other type of thing that can lead to poor adherence. We also talked about having goals and having a plan. So what are some of the ways that you can improve your ability to really stick with and follow through with your exercise physical activity program? Well, first thing of all is you want to improve your knowledge. Maximize your knowledge and understanding about what it is your condition is. If that's knee replacement, if that's knee pain and arthritis, whatever it may be. Seek out those resources that are going to give you the best kind of research-based, evidence-based knowledge about what truly is going on with your condition, what you can do, what you can't do, what are some recommendations, what are some things that you should stay away from, and just general guidance for yourself and what you're dealing with. So if that's seeking out your doctor, a physical therapist, someone who maybe is a professional and has some good knowledge. Or you can also check out reputable resources online, in books, wherever that may be. Another thing is you want to think about your beliefs. So one, what are your beliefs about what you're dealing with? Are you in the mindset of positivity, of optimism, of understanding the dynamics and complexity of a knee replacement and how you can do different things and the benefits of exercise and physical activity in the long term of improving your symptoms, decreasing pain? Or are you of the mindset where you're thinking that this is just a progressive thing, there's nothing I can do to make it feel better, it's just going to get worse and worse? Take a look at your mindset, take a look at your beliefs, and make sure those are in line with what your goals are and what you're trying to achieve. With that being said, take a good look at what are your goals. Are your goals very valuable and meaningful to you individually? I talked about this in the last video about how, a certain number on the exercise machine or a certain range of motion for your bending isn't really something that's that meaningful to a lot of us. Something that's more meaningful is think of maybe an activity or the things that you want to get back to after having surgery. If that's golfing, hiking, playing with grandchildren, if that's going up and down the stairs pain-free, whatever that may be, think of that goal that is meaningful and valuable to you. Another thing is you want your goals to be very specific. So have some real markers of seeing how you're progressing. Saying I want to get better, I want to have less pain isn't very specific. So, make it very specific, something that you can measure, and give it a timeline. So if you have a timeline, that gives you something to stick to, right? Makes you a little bit more accountable. So giving yourself a timeline, maybe 4 weeks, maybe 3 months, I want to get to this point or I want to achieve this goal, can keep you accountable and keep you on track toward that goal. And have physical activity and exercise be part of your progress towards that goal. Some other things are make exercise part of your routine. Write it down in your schedule. Write down specific times for physical activity, for exercise, and you're going to be more likely when you see that written down in your schedule, hold yourself accountable to do that. And maybe another thing is you get someone, a family member, a close friend, someone who's going through knee replacement at the same time as you, have them hold you accountable and keep you in check, just to check in with you and make sure you're doing your exercises, you're doing some sort of physical activity. Some other things are try to keep it fun. You don't have to do all the exercises from physical therapy for the rest of your life. The best exercise, the best physical activity is going to be the activity that you can do regularly, you can do consistently, and that you enjoy enough or at least tolerate enough that you're going to do it regularly and consistently. So if that's gardening, if that's walking, if that's aquatic exercise or swimming, whatever that may be for you, find that exercise that is enjoyable or at least tolerable, that you can do it consistently. Because if it's something that you're just, you dread each day, you find it boring, you find it excruciatingly, a pain in the butt, then you're not going to want to do it. We're all humans. We're all humans of habit, and we all, if something's not enjoyable, we're not going to want to do it. So make it enjoyable as best as you can, or at least tolerable. The other thing we can do is look at barriers. So what are some of the barriers? You don't need a gym necessarily. You don't need to go somewhere. You can do plenty of activities just around your home. Just having a step or a set of stairs. You can do a whole exercise routine with a set of stairs or with a TheraBand loop. So be creative. Have someone help you who maybe, a physical therapist, a trainer who can really give you a bunch of different exercises that don't require a lot of resources and equipment. Think about also, if you might not know where to start, what exercises should I do? What exercises can I do? How often? How frequently? How many sets? How many reps? Well, first thing I want to say is don't overthink it. The vast majority of the time, if you're using good common sense, you're listening to your body, you're taking things slowly and working your way into it, you're probably not going to cause any significant harm or damage. Now, of course, this is, the disclaimer. Of course, if you feel like you need to reach out to your doctor, absolutely do so. But the majority of time, our bodies are very strong, our bodies are very durable, and you might have some aches and pains, you might feel a little sore, but most of the time you're not necessarily damaging anything unless you have a seriously traumatic type of injury, you twist an ankle or something like that. So rest assured that if you're using common sense, you're listening to your body, you're not trying anything totally crazy, like trying to jump off a 10-foot then you're probably going to be okay. Now, along those same lines, do your research. Talk to your physical therapist, talk to a trainer, talk to a doctor, look things up online, and kind of see what's the general suggestions and information. How often should I do this? How frequently should I do these exercises? What intensity? Just a general rule of thumb, if you're exercising 30 minutes or so most days of the week, then that's kind of the ideal thing to shoot for, kind of that moderate intensity exercise, physical activity. Again, exercise doesn't have to be doing 3 sets of 10. It can be going out for a walk. It can be gardening. It can be hiking. It could be tennis. There's all sorts of different things out there that will get you moving, get you physically active, and you'll get many of the same benefits. So those are just some of my common tips, common tactics to help improve your adherence, improve your compliance. A better way to say it is just to make sure that you stick with your exercise and your physical activity program. I hope you take some of these and utilize them and try them out. The best way to see if this works is to just try things out, guess and check, see what you can do. And if something is working, then stick with it. If something's not working, take a second look, adjust courses, and just take everything one day at a time and keep plugging and keep trying. That's the way to do it with exercise, with physical therapy, just with about everything in life. So this has been the Need to Know Show. We're talking about how to improve your adherence and your ability to stick with an exercise and physical activity routine. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and have a great rest of your day.